If you're looking to buy any Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFACoinZone.com and use code IHAS for 5% off at checkout. Hey guys, Carrot here and welcome to this week's Marquee Matchup Investment Guide. We have 4 different Marquee Matchup predictions for this week, and last week we actually predicted 5 games, and out of our 5 games, 4 of them were the actual matchup, so we made decent profit there. This week we're not too sure. I have probably about 1 game which should be guaranteed, but the other games it's a bit of a guess. But now let's get into the predictions. The first prediction is the Hamburg Bremen match. So this will probably require gold cards, probably not too high rated. So you want to be picking them up for their minimum price as usual. They have risen a little bit already because as you can see, you can't actually pick them up for 400 coins anymore. 450 is probably your safest bet. Just picking up any of these cards for the Bremen cards or the Hamburg cards. You want to be picking up for their cheapest. So picking up that CDM probably wasn't the best idea unless the formation uses that. But you want to go with a safe position, the likes of goalkeepers, centre backs, right backs. Well, centre backs are the goalkeepers, centre backs, strikers are the key ones. Right backs and left backs, you can make a lot of profit if those cards actually get used. But you want to probably stay away from like the CDMs, the right wings, the right forwards, things like that. So you just want to either pick them up for as cheap as they can. You can either pick them up on the buy nows or just like go along like these cards and bid like 450, 350, and that's for the Bremen players. And then we'll go over to Hamburg. Same again, you basically do the same method. You want to be picking up for their cheapest, but you want to make sure you're picking up the gold play. So the cheapest Hamburg centre back is 500 coins Rees. I'm probably going to invest mostly into this game because the other games, some of them don't actually have that. Oh, Hunt. I sniped him, but I can again. That's always a bit risky, but usually most of the cards should rise up. So that was the first matchup. I'll probably get some investments off camera, but that's probably the most likely one I'm saying from this week. So the next one is a really obvious match, and it's the Chelsea-Spurs game. So this one, as we've seen for the past 2 weeks, EA haven't actually included a Premier League match in the marquee matchups. So we could be seeing this game, Spurs-Chelsea, and since quite a few of some of the Chelsea players have risen through like the new Hazard squad builder challenge, but they haven't really risen too much. And for the Spurs players, again, some of them have risen because they're Belgian and they're used in that challenge. But with this, since most of these cards are rare, you can't really, like, they won't really rise too much. And also with these challenges, you only usually need about 2 cards from each club. So if you pick up 2 Chelsea players, I don't really see much profit to be made here. It could come up as a challenge, but I don't really think it's worth investing in just because not too much profit could be made. Maybe if you picked up like a Trippier or like a Vorm, the non-rare cards, but the rare gold cards don't really end up rising too much. And this one, it's not 100% guaranteed because EA haven't really liked putting the Prem matches in the matchups recently. So the next game is a French match, and it's Monaco versus Marseille. So this could be another good one to invest in, but I'm still not too sure if it will feature. So the cheapest Monaco players have 500 coins already. You can see people have already got their eye on this game, and they've noticed that the cards are rising and they're good to make profit. So what you could do, you could even like try and snipe these players for 450 to make sure you get yourself a good investment. So Raggy for 400 coins, that would have been a really nice investment there because it's basically his minimum price. And another thing you can do is just go along and bid on the card. So De Sanctis, I'm just going to bid on like the normal positions for the cheapest amount. So 450, that isn't too bad to pay, to be honest. You don't really want to be paying any more than 500 coins on any investments you make, just because if the matchup doesn't get featured, you're not going to be making too much profit. So you just want to go along and either bid on them or get the buy nows for the cards, and it is the Monaco-Marseille match. So the Marseille players were actually used in I think the French League one, and it was also an older challenge, and those rose quite a bit because there weren't too many on the market, especially for the non-rare golds. So this could be a good one to invest in. The players could rise quite a bit. It just depends whether the matchup actually comes out or not. But that's the third match, Monaco-Marseille. So the fourth prediction for this week is actually an Argentinian league match. It's Racing Club versus Independiente. And these cards, there aren't actually too many gold cards for these clubs. As you can see, there's a couple rare cards, but they're not really worth too much. This goalkeeper, Campana, he'd be a really good investment. The only problem with this game is probably the least likely one to actually show up. You can see already the cards are going for about 500 coins I would not actually be paying that much for the cards. I recommend bidding probably up to about 400 or 450. You don't really want to be paying 500 for any of these cards. So I recommend, just like the last one, bidding on these players. It is a Racing Club versus Independiente. I think I said it right. And these gold cards will get price fixed a load out of. It may only require silvers, but some people just like to go and buy the gold cards, like the non-rare golds. That's usually like an easy option. And this probably, out of all of them, this would be the one where silver investments might actually be a good choice. Again, if we look at the Racing Club players, the minimum buying out of them is probably around the same 500 coins. As you can see, this goalkeeper here, Orion, and for 400 coins, that's an alright buy. It got picked up there. But again, with your investments, don't pay too much. You might want to buy more players for the Bremen Hamburg match. That's the one I reckon should come out. And this one, again, would be it's the biggest risk, but again, the biggest profit in return. Like when you're trading, the more the risk, the more profit is there. But still, buy your players for near discard. So even if you get none of the right investments, you could just discard the cards. You don't make much of a loss, only like 1 or 2k at most. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You can see some of the cards we did get outbidded on, but we won quite a few cards for cheap, like DeSantis for 350. That's quite a good buy, and if we win any of these cards, they'll be decent investments. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any other matches that you think could be featured in this marquee matchup, drop in the comment section down below, help other people out. And also on these games, which ones do you think will be featured, which ones don't you? I don't reckon the Spurs-Chelsea match will be featured, or maybe not the Racing Club one, but the other two should be featured, and I reckon the most likely one would be the Hamburg match. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on my next video.